It's Friday, and here I am. Actually going to get this video out today. So it feels like a few days since I did this, and it's true because it was just a few days before when I did last week's introduction. I've decided to sit up a little straighter. My posture can be quite slouchy, so sitting up straight. Boy, what a week this has been. It has been raining a lot this month, and hit a tipping point on Monday. So Sunday night it rained 1.5 inches here, additionally from what it had been, and flooded some basements. So I got to spend the entire day and most of Tuesday fixing water problems. So one of the fun parts of being a landlord. But I think everything is everything's not pretty, but it's very functional. So there's a few more things I'm going to do this weekend. I think it's going to be dry all weekend, and so just kind of tidy things up, make it more permanent. And I think we're going to maybe get a little bit more rain this next week, but maybe only 1/2 inch, so should be good to go from there. Oh, my garden is doing well. My strawberries are doing well, and I did notice I did not have any kind of video showing my strawberry tower, so I'm going to go outside after this and take a little clip. There's a scar kind of on this knuckle that I cut in making it, and so it's healing up quite nicely right now. I was very afraid how bad I had cut myself when I did it initially, but all is good. It's still tender, that's for sure, and it's stiff. I can't bend it all the way, but I mean, for most of the things I do, it's just fine. Let's see. Toilet upgrade. So that is one thing that I didn't video, so that I've been working on as well. It's not fully done, but I mean, for the most part it is. Probably the biggest thing that I have to fix on it is if there happens to be a mess made, it's not going to be a fun cleanup, so I need to maybe work on the worst case scenario upgrades. But I think pretty good. I think it's pretty good right now. Since I'm in here, let's take a look at the toilet. Alright, so I have yet to actually use this version of the toilet, but the toilet seat is now elongated, and I have left the cover on. I had built, on the previous one I had built a kind of a foam, and I think I still will do that on this one, but I don't have any pieces of foam big enough. I've cut them all for other purposes, but see if I can find something that'll work. But it was kind of a plug for sealing it airtight, which is important in making sure enough air gets sucked through. So anyways, and before that one was like, the lid was off and the seat part was screwed from underneath up, so it couldn't even flip it up. Now you can. I just installed it the normal way, and I will seal everything. So there's all these air gaps that I was trying to get rid of, but it's very convenient to be able to flip this up to get everything out, the bucket out. So I don't need the gallon jug anymore. Automotive funnel on top here, this flips open, and my container is attached to this fold out on piano hinges, so I can easily just grab that and dump it when I need to. Haven't had to yet. I mean, I just got it done last night. The bucket slides out. I have a drywall mud stir in there so that just comes out like this. I can dump it. And then this needs a little latch here to connect it, because right now it just wants to, since I'm tilted this way, it wants to open up all the time if the seat's not down. So I just put that into place there, but then I just sit down and that's what we're looking at. So there's some big gaps there. I mean, not that that should be a huge deal, but it seems like a little hole to poop into. But apparently that's all you need. But like back in here, there's just exposed wood here, and like this gap right here. I don't know what I'm going to do about those gaps, but large peeing area. But I guess that's what you get with the funnel when it's not built specifically for the toilet seat. Yeah, so far. Oh yeah, and here's my wrench, which gets attached to this post. Whoa. This has to be in the right place, like so. Oh, I just realized something. I can't. Well, I guess it's not the worst thing. I have to do this right now. See, before I had, and maybe I will do that actually, I had a hole. Well, the lid wasn't there, but I had a hole in the seat, and I could just put this at a 90 and just crank it. It's supposed to do 20 turns, so we'll see. That sure would be easier though, to crank that when everything's closed and just full circles. Yeah, well, let's go outside and see some strawberries. So here's my strawberry tower. It's a 10-foot section of 6-inch PVC pipe, and then 4-inch pipes that I cut in about every 10 inches every quarter turn. So I've got 6 strawberries. I planted some. I have 2 little marigolds in 2 different areas, 2 different planter holes, spouts, whatever you want to call them. And I'm gonna have a couple strawberries at least. There's some more. We'll see. The flowers are, instead of being white, they are red and pink. Like this one is this guy. So So hopefully it doesn't fall over. It's 2 feet in the ground, so it's 8 feet high. About the same, a little bit lower than my tomato cages. And here are my tomatoes that are the biggest. And actually, you can see here, they have started to fruit, or they will be fruiting. So these are my biggest guys. Pepper plants haven't really moved much. I'm hoping they'll maybe, sometimes they're getting shaded quite a bit, but once these tomato plants take off and get taller, all these bottom branches will get cut off. Now, these tomato plants were very tiny and sickly when I planted them. You know, they're looking a lot better than they were. Here's some heirloom tomatoes that I got from Anthony. Those seem to be doing well. And then here are my Moscow tomatoes, which I planted direct from seed into the ground. And well, it looks like something's eating some of them there. They kind of got eaten off, but I'll have something from them, so I'm glad they came up. So here's just the rest of it. This is the one I'm hoping is for real. This is basil right there. Then I've got spinach. I don't really care about that right now. Cucumber. Muskmelon. Tomatoes from just not coming up, that orange Rossellini. I mean, I might have a few of them that are actually real. We'll see. Just not doing well. Zucchini. Right there, that's another one of Anthony's heirloom tomatoes. I decided to plant there. I don't know, we'll see. I had 4, I didn't really need 4. Oh, this is a squash. This is that winter squash. Here we have watermelon right there. Broccoli in the middle, I think, or weeds, I'm not sure which. And then again, ground cherries. So like those, the small cherry tomatoes that I got from that one seed place is not doing anything. And then here's like we got snap peas here and here with more broccoli in the middle. I just had a lot of broccoli seed and I just was like, well, I don't know what else to plant. Bam, threw it in there. So it's either broccoli or lots of weeds again. Alright, here's my mess. Cilantro. My 10 carrots. Radishes, and they're really overplanted. Holy cow. So I've been picking every once in a while, but that middle bunch of the radishes are just starting to die. These outside ones are getting kind of big, and the beets just seem to have, no, they're obviously over planted as well. I've been pulling them and eating them, trying to thin them out a little bit. Need to do more. But here's the real hero. These wild violets. Now there's not really, they're kind of done flowering. There's a few, you know, like this, but I picked these greens and I've been cooking them down and eating them as my salad green. And I've got lots of it, so all of the spinach and lettuce that I have planted is really for nothing. So this is how I get my greens lately. It's quite good. Especially these guys too. They're kind of sweet. If I have dandelions, I pick the tops when I can. And get some clover too. Now I've got a lot of clover. I need to mow my lawn. But here's kind of a bigger view of my garden. So, you know, at least the arches look impressive, I think, in my opinion. And the last thing, although they're really not doing that well, my potatoes. So I've got, that's one potato, that's two potatoes, three potatoes, and then this, there's one like right there that just popped up. But I planted like a dozen of them, and I don't know if it was too, compost pile was too warm when I planted them. But now the ground, I've temped this, and it's between 70 and 80 degrees, so maybe I should have, maybe they'll still come up. We'll see. Hopefully they didn't rot down in there. But, you know, I'll probably get six potatoes. You know, that'll be 2 meals. There's good old buddy, just relaxing on a nice warm, kind of warm, in between. I'd say it's 80 degrees right now, so it's not too bad outside. Oh, and of course he dumped my sweet potato. Have to put that water back in that guy. Okay,